Today, we're going to talk about something you've probably experienced, but maybe you've never had a name for it. It's that spot you get to in life, that place between just getting by and truly feeling like you're thriving.
So let me ask you this. Does this sound at all familiar? You're good at what you do. You're capable, you're confident, people count on you. But if you're being really honest with yourself, it kind of feels like you're just going through the motions, right? Like you're running on this really familiar track, but you're not totally in control of the steering wheel.
Well, it turns out there's actually a name for this whole territory of good enough, for this feeling of being on capable autopilot. It's called the natural mindset. And, just understanding what it is can be the key that unlocks that next level of your own growth.
So here's the bottom line. The natural mindset is where your skills are pretty high, but your intentionality, well, it isn't. You're operating from habit, from routine, from what's comfortable. Look, you're functioning, and you're probably functioning really well, but your actions aren't always connected to a deeper purpose or a conscious choice.
Okay, to really get this, let's look at this chart. It's a great way to see where this all fits. So imagine a grid mapping your skill level against your level of joy. Down in that bottom left corner, you've got the stagnant mindset. Low skill, low joy. Not a fun place to be. The goal, of course, is that top right corner, the joy mindset, where you've got high skills and high joy. Now look where the natural mindset is. See? It's in that interesting spot of having high skill, but only moderate joy. You're good at what you do, you're capable, but that deep, consistent feeling of fulfillment, it's just not always there. You're functioning, for sure, but you're not necessarily flourishing.
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, people in this mindset are usually rock stars in their comfort zones. They rely heavily on habits and routines that have worked for them forever. They're definitely productive, but they often feel like they've kind of hit a plateau. And here's the big tell. When something unexpected happens, a sudden change or a disruption, it can feel really jarring because it knocks them right off that comfortable autopilot track.
But I want to be super clear about something here. The natural mindset is not a bad thing at all. Actually, it's a totally necessary and even powerful stage of our development. Think of it as a crucial bridge that gets you to somewhere better.
I mean, think about what you're building in this phase. This is where you develop really strong foundational skills. It's where you become known for being reliable and consistent. And maybe most importantly, you build a kind of self-trust that you just didn't have before. All of this creates a solid platform, making you perfectly ready for that next big leap in growth.
And this quote just says it perfectly. It's a bridge. On one side of the bridge is that old survival-based thinking, just trying to get through the day. And on the other side, that's intentional self-leadership. The natural mindset is that strong, essential structure that connects the two. You have to cross it to get to the other side.
But of course, a bridge is for crossing, not for living on. And if you stay in that comfort zone for too long, there are some hidden costs. So let's talk about what happens when that capable autopilot becomes a permanent state. You see, the real danger of autopilot is that it's comfortable for a reason. It helps us avoid the hard work of looking inward. The risk isn't about failing. It's about settling for a kind of comfortable, unfulfilling success. We start to confuse being good at something with being fulfilled by it. And maybe the most dangerous blind spot of all is when we start telling ourselves, well, this is just how I am. That thought just closes the door to so much more potential. We end up staying capable, yeah, but ultimately pretty unfulfilled.
So if you're listening to this and thinking, yep, I'm on that bridge, how do you keep going? How do you make that shift from just functioning to actually truly thriving? The very first step is all in your head. It's about recognizing that this isn't a permanent identity. It's not who you are, it's just where you are right now. It is a transitional stage on a much, much bigger journey. The path forward really boils down to 3 big shifts. First, you've got to increase your awareness, really start to understand what's driving you on the inside. Second, you start making more intentional decisions, choices that actually line up with your real values. And third, and this is a big one, you start to consciously cultivate joy. You start treating it like a choice you can make, a skill you can build, not just some random feeling that happens when things go your way. And all of this leads to the most profound shift of all, and it's all about the core question you ask yourself every day. Someone in the natural mindset is busy asking, how do I function well? It's all about maintenance, competence, keeping the machine running. But the joy mindset asks a completely different, much bigger question. How do I live and lead with purpose, resilience, and joy by choice? It's a huge leap, right? It's the move from just managing your life to actually creating it. So that's the final thought I really want to leave you with today. Take a good, honest look at your work, your life, your daily habits, and ask yourself this simple but really powerful question. Are you building a life that is designed just to function, or one that is designed to truly thrive?
Now, if any of this has sparked something in you and you're curious where you might land in this whole framework, the source material actually points to a joy mindset assessment. It could be a really insightful next step for you. You can check it out over at joyoptions.org.